Previously, on Wish You Were Here. Why don't you just leave? His smile disappears.
I can't. I'm your wish.
She slumps onto the couch. What am I supposed to do with you? He sits across from her, his expression steady.
I'm exactly what you need.
The weight of her wish settles between them, unresolved. Watching her like this stirs his compassion, filling him with a need to help, even if she never chooses him. He pauses before asking,
How did you make the wish?
Aria freezes, her thoughts racing back to that night. She can almost feel the cool stem of the wine glass in one hand and the solid grip of the pen in the other. That's it. The pen. It's the key. A surge of energy courses through her. She bolts upright, newfound determination rushing through her. The pen! Welcome back to Short Stories and More, where we read to you our most feel-good stories. This evening, we continue our reading of Wish You Were Here. If you are new to this series, we strongly encourage you to watch our previous video. If you are returning, we thank you for your support. We ask that you sit back, hit the subscribe button, relax, and enjoy the next part. She tears through the apartment, flinging open cabinets, overturning cushions, and rifling through imaginable spots. Where did I put it? She grumbles, but the pen remains hidden. She searches her art studio, the spot where she first discovered it, then checks the closet, under the couch, every conceivable corner. Nothing. Overcome by exhaustion, she slumps against the wall. Has it vanished? Her words tremble. Perhaps the pen disappears once it grants a wish. The realization hits her hard, like a sudden crack, splitting a pristine canvas. He watches her, a guarded secret behind his masked casualness.
Looking for something.
He asks. She glares at him. Don't play coy. Did you see what happened to the pen?
Nope.
He says with practiced innocence.
Does it matter? I'm here now. Isn't that what you wanted?
Aria's forehead furrows, etching sharp lines of displeasure. Seriously? Her voice tight with exasperation. I want things to unfold naturally, not through some weird supernatural trick. By all means, don't allow my meltdown to ruin your day. His smile grows dim.
I refuse to freak out with you. The pen gave you what you wished for.
You keep saying that, Aria replies bitterly. Did it ever occur to you that I wasn't myself when I made the wish? I was not completely sober. He scoffs, shaking his head.
Blaming it on the alcohol, drunk or not, it still counts. Sometimes these things come with unexpected consequences. Maybe this is exactly what you needed.
Aria rolls her eyes. Don't try to dismiss me. She steps closer, her expression hardened with determination. You don't get to decide what I need. I made a mistake, and I'm going to fix it, no matter the costs. She gives him a measured look. And let's not forget, you have nowhere else to go tonight. So you should try to work with me.
Fine. Sorceress.
He retorts with feigned nonchalance, his amusement a cover for the truth he conceals. Aria guides him to the guest room, her stance unyielding. You're in here for the night. Don't come near my bedroom. Back in her sanctuary, she locks the door with a decisive click and wedges a chair beneath the handle, the wooden legs scraping softly against the hardwood. Despite his harmless demeanor, the weight of their situation sets her on edge. She lies in bed, mind spinning with overwhelming thoughts, a wish that warps her reality, the mysterious magic pen that's missing, and a stranger with unclear intentions. Sleep evades her for hours. Every tick of the clock magnifies her restlessness until slumber claims her. The early hint of dawn seeps between the curtains, casting pale blue hues across the room. Aria awakes to the morning rhythms, the espresso machine grinding, the soft clinking of dishes, and the faint murmurs drifting towards her room. At first, the sounds barely register in her drowsy haze. The familiarity of a voice stirs her consciousness. Her sister. Her sister? She springs from the bed, her pulse pounding with panic. Aria dashes into the kitchen, her anxiety spiking as she sees Kyla reaching into the cabinet for a mug. She composes herself, exhaling into a semblance of normalcy.
Morning.
Kyla beams.
Rough night, sis? Let me make you a latte.
Spare me, Aria interjects, barely containing her agitation. Why are you here and how did you get in? And have you seen anyone unusual this morning? Kyla pauses mid-pour. A sly gleam dances across her features.
Unusual? I'm not sure what you mean.
Aria's tension eases, knowing the stranger is out of her sister's view. Thank goodness he's still out of sight, she thinks. Aria sips the steaming coffee, the warmth steadying her nerves. Kyla leans comfortably on the counter, chatting effortlessly.
By the way,
She says with a smile,
that tall, handsome man who let me in this morning, quite the masterpiece.
Aria nearly chokes on her drink. What? A mischievous glint enters her sister's eyes.
Is he your boyfriend? Is he your lover?
She wiggles her eyebrows suggestively. Aria's cheeks flush with a mix of anger and disbelief. She scans the apartment for any sign of him.
He left for the store.
Kyla adds.
He can't stop raving about his food and insists on cooking breakfast. He promises to make the best pancakes we've ever tasted.
Aria's brain stutters. With what money? She blurts out. Kyla shrugs.
He's broke.
A frown briefly settles on her face. The door swings open, and he steps inside, carrying a bag of groceries.
Oh, great. You're back.
Kyla greets him cheerfully, rubbing her stomach in anticipation. Excuse us for a minute, Aria commands, clenching her jaw. She snatches the bag, sets it on the entryway table with a firm thud, and pulls him aside. Why didn't you wake me? She hisses. He responds calmly.
I didn't want to disturb your much-needed rest.
You don't pay bills here. Aria's tone lowers. So, you don't get to make decisions.
I'm truly sorry, but this food won't cook itself.
He whispers. Can you focus on the issue at hand? Aria insists impatiently. I need to get rid of Kyla or risk her knowing everything. Please. He dips his chin in agreement. After their exchange, they both return to the kitchen. Kyla, engrossed in her animated phone conversation, glances up and asks,
"When are those pancakes going to be ready?"
Coming up.
He answers. Aria feels her authority slip away, leaving her visibly deflated. They continue being absorbed in their own distractions. Kyla with her call, he with his cooking, leaving Aria's discomfort to hang in the air.
Order up.
He announces, setting out the plates.
"You get all 5 stars."
Kyla declares between her final bites. She gathers her things, clearly delighted. When she leaves, Aria collapses onto the sofa, embracing the quiet. Her peace shatters when the doorbell chimes, catching her off guard. She peers at the camera and stiffens. It's the woman from the elevator. Aria wavers, but slowly opens the door.
"Hello, I'm Mrs. Beta. I'm your neighbor from 2B.
She enthuses.
I hope I'm not intruding. I brought you a housewarming gift after our lovely chat in the elevator."
Miss Beta cups her hand beside her mouth.
"If I were you, I'd sage the apartment. You never know what unseen forces might be lurking. The thought gives me the heebie-jeebies."
A visible shudder shaking her shoulders.
"Do have a good day, dear."
The woman utters before departing. Aria contemplates using the sage. What's the harm? She lights it. Smoke spirals around Aria. She feels a rising apprehension. The stranger erupts into violent coughs, the smoke clearly affecting him. His face grimaces in distress, and he stumbles, collapsing near the settee. A golden encased object slips from his pocket, clattering ominously at her feet. Every muscle in Aria's body goes rigid. Her gaze fixed on the very pen she's been tirelessly seeking. She stands frozen as he desperately gestures toward the smoldering sage. We hope you enjoyed this part of our series. What do you think will happen next time? Leave us your thoughts, and until we read again, stay cozy.